Hey guys, thanks for joining me for dinner. In today's video, I'm going to do something real quick and simple. My favorite word when it comes to cooking is convenience. Convenience, convenience, convenience. Because I've been doing it for so long, you know, after a while you start getting tired of it to a certain extent. I love cooking, but I'm not never tired of cooking. Let me rephrase that. I get tired of the long, drawn-out processes, which I was taught. So I had learned to cut some things out, and I had to teach myself that. So what I'm going to make tonight, I'm going to have some beef stroganoff. So I already have my water boiling right here. I'm going to add some salt. The salt is going to actually season the noodles, and it's going to stop them from sticking. So you can knock two out with one effort. Y'all make it for dinner. Don't forget, guys, to comment, share my videos, and ding 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 that notification bell, okay y'all? I don't need the whole bag. I'm going to use like 3/4 of the bag. Then I have some left for another meal as well. So that's pretty cool. So in the meantime, while I'm waiting on my noodles to get done, I'm going to make me some homemade gravy. Y'all hear that? Homemade gravy. I personally don't like gravy out the can. If you don't know how to make gravy, don't worry about it. I'm going to walk you through the process in this video. And then in the future, I'm only going to do a homemade gravy video. So you don't have to worry about any other food dishes that I'm trying to cook. We could just focus on the gravy. I taught my son how to make gravy when he was 13 because he asked. I taught him how to cook. Because like I told him, when you grow up, son, you're never going to depend on, I told him I love you too much to allow you to depend on a woman to wash your dirty drawers, cook your food, and clean for you. So I told him, you have no choice but to learn. So with that being said, let me go ahead and get my skillet hot for this gravy. Alright, so you want to start off with your fire on high. So that I took some, this is grease right here. This is the way I was taught to make homemade gravy. I wouldn't want to cook it in butter. I don't think it'll turn out right. Maybe you can use olive oil if you want like a healthier version. But I like the grease, to be honest with you. And not only do I love to make my gravy with grease, I love to make my gravy with the old grease. Everybody got a fry pot. So I just take some of that out of there and put it in here every time I make my gravy. But if I don't have like a deep fryer with grease already in it or something, a fry pot, then I do it brand new out the bottle. It just give it an extra flavor, y'all. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It give it extra flavor. I don't know if that makes sense to y'all, but that's the truth. So now that I hear my grease popping, I'm going to turn my fire down to low. Oh, I forgot something very important. Please make sure you always have water ready. I'm knocking stuff down over here. I got a larger cup because I usually use about a little over, maybe like a full cup of water. It depends on how much gravy you want. So while that's popping, I'm going to go ahead and put my flour in there. This is just flour, guys. Make sure you use a little bit at a time. I'm going to turn that down just a little more because popping too dang gonna hurt. Every stove is different, guys, so I can't really tell you the actual setting. All I can say is like start high and turn it down. Every stove is different, but when you see when you guys watch my videos, whatever consistency you see my food getting to, when I say turn the fire down low now, follow that when it start looking similar to mine. Otherwise, you're probably going to mess it up. And this is a cup full of flour. But honestly, I only need like a half a cup. I just need like a half a cup. Watch why I refuse to use this whole cup. Just pay attention, guys. Please follow these instructions if you don't know how to make homemade gravy, because you are going to regret it if you don't. I promise you that. You're going to end up with a big fat mess. So I'm going to go ahead and season my gravy. I got some seasoning salt, some pepper, and some garlic powder because I ran out of onion powder. I need to go get some more groceries. I went to a grocery store yesterday. I went to Randazzo. I just wanted to get some fruit and vegetables. That's it. But I need to go to a regular grocery store so I can get the rest of my stuff now. Like the real food, you know. Okay, so and you can, and the good thing about homemade gravy, you can actually let your gravy brown to whatever color you like. This color right here is perfect. So this is why I told you guys to be careful not to put a full cup of flour. Unless you have like a large family and you're doing it in a bigger. See that? See how quickly that water evaporated, but it expanded my gravy? I just usually add a little water at a time because I don't know the exact amount. You know, if I'm cooking for a lot of people, I'll probably have to put like a cup and a half, and that'll give me a full skillet of gravy. But I'm just cooking for one right now. It's just me right now, so look at that, y'all. And then you can make your gravy as thin or as thick as you want. That's another good thing about it. Slowly add your water. Use a whisk. Use a whisk. A whisk remove any clumps so your gravy don't have any lumps. I would never make my gravy with anything other than a whisk. Otherwise, I catch lumps, guys. See how thick that is? Okay, so this uses more water than I remember. I haven't made gravy in about 2 years now. Okay, so yeah. Get it the consistency you like. Now I'm going to check my noodles again. Stir them up. I'm going to let them cook a couple more minutes. So now when you add your water, add a little more seasoning because that water then drowns some of your seasoning out, guys. Okay, so a little more garlic. Just pay attention to the consistency of your gravy. And then if you're going to use leftover gravy, just put it in a storage bowl. You can heat that up in the microwave or back in a skillet on the stove. And just add a little water to it because it's going, when it get, you guys know how gravy look once it get cold. It get real thick and chunky. See, that's about the consistency that I want my gravy. So a half a cup of flour. I'm still learning as I'm doing these videos. So a half a cup of flour. And this is how much gravy you get. But if you want a full skillet, it will be a full cup of flour, guys. And that's probably, yeah, that's a lot of gravy right there. But it's you know, it's up to you. It's your call. So I'm going to turn my gravy down on simmer just to keep it hot. My noodles look about done now, so I'm just gonna check one real quick. That's hot, so it need like one more minute. Still got a little chew to it. I don't know the exact time on these noodles. I'm gonna tell you though. If you're not sure, pretty much everything comes with instructions as far as food items go. So all you have to do is read the package when it says preparation instructions. Okay guys, tell me what you're making for dinner. It usually takes about 10 to 12 minutes for the noodles to cook. Like my pot wasn't boiling with rapids when I dumped them in. That's why it's taking the extra 2 minutes, about 12. If you want to speed things up even quicker, make sure your pot is boiling with rapids. And another thing I need to teach you guys about gravy, see how it thicken up? The more it simmer, so I'm going to add a little water to it. That's a different consistency from what I told you guys I like it. That's too thick for me. So I'm going to add a little more water. Stir it up real good, because you still can accumulate lumps, guys, even though the gravy is actually done now if you just let it sit. This is one of the things you have to constantly stir, just like grits. I'm going to strain my noodles now. Now these are frozen Swedish meatballs, and I'm just going to add them into my gravy. Guys, here's a little tip when you're making any type of pasta. Do not allow it to set in the water as I just did. Even though it was literally 1 minute, that's too long because the water is still boiling hot. So it's continuing to cook the noodles, and at that point, you can make a mistake and overcook them. So if you do feel that you let them sit in the water too long, I just forgot to get my strainer. So I had to grab that real quick. I can't do nothing with them noodles without it. But if you do, strain them as quickly as possible and rinse them with cold water. The cold water will cool down the temperature of the noodles to stop them from cooking, so you won't end up with soggy noodles. Now these meatballs were frozen. Like back in the day, I used to simmer them in the skillet first before I made this dish. And I make it another way too. You can even use steak. Get you a nice steak and chop it up into small bite-sized pieces. And that's really good too. One day I just tried the meatballs with them. I like it either way. And I will prepare them again in another video in the future with the steak. So any brand, whatever brand seasonings, pasta, meatballs you like, it doesn't matter. You guys don't have to have the exact brand that I have. It's still going to taste the same. Seasoning. You know, meatballs is meatballs. So I'm going to bring my noodles back into this pot. Now that I got the noodles out the way, guys, this is what I'm going to do. Oh, let me see, what do I need? I need this. I'm going to cut my skillet off now. I'm going to cut my pot back on. I'm going to start it off on high now because I ran that cold water over my noodles just to kind of get the pot hot. And this is what I'm going to do. not left-handed. I don't know why the heck I did that. So let me try this way. See guys, it's not hard cooking. It's very, very easy. Very easy. And you know what? I'm gonna bring this pot back on this side. Just I'm gonna do you guys a quick favor real quick. I'm gonna bring my pot back on this other burner because I have a better view in the camera, because I want you guys to go ahead and get up in there and see. So now you have a nice, easy, quick meal. All you do is put your gravy in a pot and mix it in with your noodles and just let it simmer for a few minutes just to get all the noodles and make sure all the ingredients. You got a nice hearty meal in 16 minutes. A nice hearty meal in 16 minutes. Look guys, cooking ain't hard. A lot of people feel they don't have time to cook, especially if you guys are parents or working class. I was a parent too at one point in time in my life. I lost my son March 23rd, 2017. That's my only baby. His name is Julian. We will talk more about him in the future. I'm quite sure my son probably don't want me to mention him on my cooking channel because he wanted to be all about me, but he knew I love him so much I was going to stick that in there regardless, because he is the one who encouraged me to do these videos when he was 15 years old. He told me I have too much talent. Mother, you have way too much talent. I grew up watching you do your hair, your nails, your eyebrows, and now he was 15 and he said, I think you should do a YouTube channel. And also guys, he told me I have too much to give to the world and the world need me because my heart is pure. Isn't that beautiful? My baby was truly an angel. So now dinner is ready. I'm so excited to eat, y'all. So speaking of the other channels, don't also join me, y'all. Subscribe to Glamtabulous. That's GLAMATABULOUS. Y'all already know what it's about. It's about hair, makeup, nails. I've been a beautician for 26 years. That was my main hustle, raising my child, because I had sickle cell disease. So I couldn't commit to 9 to 5. You know what I'm saying? And I've also done 9 to 5s, you know, but that's where the real money came in. The you know, hustling, doing hair and nails and stuff. And that's mainly the money that I raised him on. So I know he will want me to tell you guys to subscribe to that channel as well. And then I have a surprise for you guys. Go to my other channel, Melody, MELODY, space REPDETROIT. Y'all not gonna believe this. I am a hip-hop artist, y'all, and I do real shows and I write my own music. So go check me out and comment and let me know what you guys think, because I'm working on my first album, my debut mixtape, my debut album. It's called Nobody's Bitch. I hope you guys enjoy that. Thanks for joining me. Be safe. Later, dudes.